Oh yeah, crown up, crown down.
So crown up this way?
Yep. The bottom one, and set it up just like it is.
Don't flip it around.
Yeah.
You sure?
No. No, right underneath it. That's pretty light. Okay, so
That's you.
go ahead and lift that wall up.
Okay. How'd I do?
Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
More nails.
Yep.
Remember back in the old days when you didn't have nail guns?
No, not really.
You
I
used
mean,
to
I
have to use a
remember
hammer?
not using nail guns. Well, I didn't have one because I couldn't afford one. But, I mean, all right, you got it? You that's good. All right. Are you okay? I got a little carried away, didn't I? Okay. Ready?
Ready. Not down over here.
I'm going to try to use this log as a main beam for the roof. It's already seasoned and it's in pretty good shape, so that's the idea. Alrighty, so yesterday we were able to get the walls framed up, and for the exterior walls of this little tiny cabin slash tool shed, I used 2x4s. And so today we're going to start sheeting it and put some moisture barrier on there. And I'm choosing this OSB, which I'll show you. It's 7/16. I don't have a problem using it on the walls, but I wouldn't use it on the floor myself or the roof. So I stick with regular plywood. So what else? Okay, so we're going to have the front door right here, 36-inch door, and then the 30 windows, 36-inch wide, 36-inch tall windows. And then there'll be a little wall that is right here, starting right here. That's going to divide it. And it's going to, this back part, I think it's like 5 feet, is going to be the, like a storage, and we'll put some shelves and stuff. And it has a 36-inch door, which we'll put into. We'll have like a cabinet bed here, a little like a folding table and some chairs, and then a wood stove. And then as far as the rafters today, I don't know if I'll get to them today, but I'm probably going to be using, I don't know, well, I know what I'm going to use. It's going to be 2x6 rafters, and then I'm going to put a metal roof on there. I was originally thinking about putting that beam, which you just saw me cut, but it's pretty bulky. It's kind of bowed too, so I think I'm just going to, bite the bullet and just buy some 2x6s. And so that's what's going on. So now we're just going to start putting the sheeting. Everything seems to be really square, but once we get that first piece of sheeting on there, we'll see if everything stays plumb and get everything squared up. But yeah, it's going good. So appreciate you guys watching. So here we go. All right, the first piece of sheeting is going on the sidewall. So my wife is going to grab it and put it up there and nail it up for you, and we're going to watch. So no, I'm just joking. She's great help though. She's really strong and smart.
Smart.
And lovely.
On there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
How's it look? I need to come over just a little bit, but I'm going to hold that.
Right there.
I'm not recording yet. What? What is it? Do that again?
One more sheet to go. Right there.
On this side.
Right here.
Okay, let's go.
Right here.
Hey, that looks pretty darn good.
Yep.
It's a little off right there, but you won't be able to see it from your house. These deer show up and they just kind of hang out. They don't really seem to be bothered by the noise and stuff. Kind of cool. Usually another one is with it. All right, so we have all the big sheets of OSB hung on the exterior wall. Now we just got to finish the top piece and then put the wrap on it, the house wrap. And we got all the windows and doors cut out. So this is what it's going to look like. All right, we having fun yet. All right, so what I'm doing is when you build, the boards have a natural crown in them, which means it has a hump. So whenever you build your floor joists, you want the crown up. And if you build your walls, you want them either crown in or crown out. It just makes the wall look better and more proportional. And then on the joists, this is going to be the ridge joist or ridge beam. I want the crown up, and then I want all the rafters to have crown up. And what I do is I eyeball down a corner of it, and I'll see that it kind of goes up or down, and then I'll put a mark, just a simple mark pointing up on both sides, and when we're putting the board into place, we know that it's crown up. So that's what I'm doing here. It's very important to know, especially when you're putting joists, floor joists in. So kind of like a semi truck, if you notice the semi trucks, the flatbeds are kind of they're kind of up like that, concaved or convexed. Concaved. And so when you put that weight, it's gonna equal out. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, just a simple.
Let's look at one.
So this one's a tough one right here, if you look down there. So some of them are really close, you just kind of have to, but some of them are really easy. So I want to say that this one's crown up right here. All right, here we go. Ready? Good.
Got anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, the reason why I'm putting this up here is to level the ridge beam, and because I'm using two 12 footers, and the reason why I'm using two 12 footers is because I can't haul a 24-foot board. If I could have hauled a 24-foot beam, I would have. I guess I could have paid them a bunch of money to come all the way out here in the sticks, but I just chose to break it down, and it would be good to actually have some support. So this is what this beam is. It splits the two 12-foot ridge beams, ridge caps, or whatever you want to call it. That's why I'm doing it this way. Set up on this. Go ahead and crawl up there. Ready? Okay. Line up. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to lay these rafters out, and it's pretty simple. It's good to have two people, one to hold it, and so I take a torpedo level, and then I just set the rafter on the ridge, and I'm going to center it, find the center of this ridge, and get it to level right there, and then I'm just going to make a mark right there. So that's where the angle is going to be, that's where it's going to be cut. So now I'm going to jump down here, and we're going to reset this without falling down. We're trying to film it and do this at the same time. All right, this should be okay. Okay, now I'm going to switch ladders. So now I'm going to take I'm going to mark out where I want the bird's notch to be. And so I'm just going to take my torpedo level again and lay it on the end up against the wall, find level, and then I'm going to come over and okay, you got that right there, make a mark, and then I'm just going to lay my torpedo level on the top plate, and then just make a mark right here, and then I am going to make a measurement to cut off the eave end. So okay, so we ran out of battery on that, so This is the peak line that I was showing that I marked. I found 90 with my torpedo level, which is, for those who don't know, that. And then coming down, oh, that's actually, sorry, so this is actually going to be the eve end. And so I just took my torpedo level and it was obviously level, made a mark. Then I came down and put it up against the exterior wall and then made a mark, and then laid it on the top plate and then made a mark. And this will be cut out, and that will be what they call the bird notch. And then at the peak, I just found the center of the beam that this is going to sit on, and then I laid my level there, which was level from when I was up on top. And so now I'm going to cut them, and cut two of them, and put them together and see how they fit. Alrighty, so we got the walls framed up, sheeted, standing, moisture barrier on them, and all the rafters cut and put in place. I still have to put the bird blocks in, and the fascia boards and the barge fascia boards and all that kind of stuff, and then sheet it, tar paper, and then metal roof. But we got up here, we've spent the last 4 days working on this, and that includes driving 30 minutes back and forth to the property to get materials. So, and hanging out, having a good time, enjoying nature. And we did a great job. And my wife's help, she was a great help. It was pretty awesome. So I'll give you a little tour and show you what we got. So I use 2x4 construction. Normally on a regular house in some states, it's a code to use 2x6, which you can get more insulation for more R value, but I think this is going to be fine since it's such a small cabin, or tool shed, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, so that's all the rafters in place. Pretty cool. I'll show you outside. Coming out here. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I got these notches in here. I'll run 2x4s and tie the other 2x4 into the second stud in, and then it'll set in that little notch, and it can come out and add support because that's going to be a 2-foot overhang. And I think I have 2-foot overhangs on the side, which is a little bit overkill, but around here we get a lot of rain, and I think the more overhang that you have, the better off you are, at least in my book. So, alrighty, so that's cool, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna go back back home for a couple days, and then I'm gonna come back and continue working on it. All right, thanks for watching. See you next one.